Hi, everybody. John Harris here with the Public John. Dusted off the old podcast and getting ready to have a very special, very funny guest on today, man. No pressure on him, right? Um,
No.
but I'll let you guys know that we can do these things because I'm brought to you by a friend of mine at Vineland Realty Corporation in Vineland, New Jersey, of all places. Uh, he's at 634 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, New Jersey, is my pal Dennis and Graldi. You could call them at 856-690-9482 for any real estate need, whether it's business, whether it's private, residential, whether you want to buy, whether you want to sell, whether you want to lease, rent it out, whatever you're looking to do. Give Dennis and those guys a call at Vineland Realty Corporation. Like I said, it's at 634 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, New Jersey. 856-690-9482. You can Google them if you want. Pop in the office if you're in South Jersey. They'll more than welcome you in. And they're a fun group of people, but they get down and they get their business done. And the really cool part about it is if they can't help you, they have a lot of resources that they can find someone to help you. So they're not going to just go, oh, sorry, we can't help you. They'll help you find somebody that will as well. So it's Vineland Realty Corporation, 634 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, New Jersey, 856-690-9482. Thanks, Dennis, and thanks everybody down there for sponsoring us. And just let them know, folks, that you were sent in by the Public John. Just let them know. They won't really care. They'll just be happy to see you. So, I am here with a really cool guy, funny guy. And
What's up? What's up?
what's up? Let them know who you are, my friend.
Oh, hey guys, it's me, your funny man, Malik el-Amin from Malik on the Streets. That's happening in Topeka, Kansas, wherever you at. What's up?
That's it. Malik on the street, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you something. He has been a winner, I believe, at Top City Comedy Contest. I know you've definitely won some prizes with him.
Yeah, multiple times. Won a little bit of money. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Out there, won a little bit of recognition as well. But you know what I mean? It's mainly fun more than anything.
that's
Uh,
that's it.
I've won a couple of times, come runner up a couple of times. I
Yeah.
got third place this time, but you know,
Last time you were
every time,
third, right? Yeah.
yeah, last time I was third. But I will say, every time I haven't come first, I haven't been disappointed because the people who beat me, they were funny guys. So I don't want to put any damper on their wins or anything like that. They're also very funny.
Yeah, they were. The last time when you finished third, I was there, and it was really a fun night. Everybody was hysterical. So
Everyone was on it, man. That was
yeah,
actually one of the best nights, you know what I mean, that we've had. Again, shout out to Top City Comedy. They're always putting on stuff here in Topeka.
great shows in
Uh,
Topeka.
Great
Absolutely.
shows, and I've been fortunate to be a part of a lot of their shows, and that was probably one of the best ones we've had. So
Well, it's not just fortune, my friend. I mean, you put the work in. I mean, I've seen you at open mics because
oh,
I
thank
go to them.
you.
So you do put the work in. And of course, those folks at Top City, I mean, they know you're funny because they don't just ask everybody to be on on their regular comedy shows. I mean, they go for the funny folks.
Well,
And
you
let's face
you
it, you're
take
one
one
of them.
look at me and you know I got to be funny taking one look at me. You know what I mean? It's like, look, he's fat. He's as black
No,
as Ace of Spades. You know what I mean? This guy's got nothing going for him. He's got to be funny. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I mean, I
So,
wake up in the morning, look, and I see an old ass Harry Weeble. I see like Sasquatch's midget son. So don't even put yourself in that.
hey,
I'm like, I
at least
gotta
you
be
got a
funny
famous
because I
dad.
got nothing else left.
At least you got a famous dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Sasquatch has
true.
got
He's
a lot of
famous.
clout.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy, John.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. That's true. At least Pops is famous, right?
Yeah, at least Pops is famous. You may be
Pops got
hairy,
the,
ugly. You know what I mean?
and he's got endorsements. I mean, I got the beef jerky for Christ. Jack Link's
Yeah,
beef.
you got beef jerky.
The
Hey, and
Pops
look
is
how much
looking
land.
out for me,
Look,
making a little money to put in your
yeah,
hands. He's all right.
and look how much land he owns. You know what I mean? Like
I
he
mean,
owns forests. He's the
yeah,
king
and
of the
even what he
forest. You know
doesn't
what I'm saying?
own, he can just go in and take.
Anything exactly. What's yours is his, and what's his is his,
What's
man. You
his
know?
is his. What's yours is his.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the
Look at
old
us
Chuck
going down a rabbit
Norris
hole,
joke.
Bigfoot. Comedians, right?
That's it. It's like the old Chuck Norris joke. I don't know who wrote it, but it's a great joke. It's like If you have $5 and Chuck Norris has $5, Chuck Norris has $10.
Chuck, I know. Oh, the Chuck Norris ones are the best.
They are.
Call
Some
them,
of them are absolutely classic.
I call them top shelf dad jokes.
Yeah, really, they are. They
You know,
are.
man, you really can't go wrong. And I mean,
Can't go
they're
wrong
so
with that.
cheesy.
What is it?
I heard one. I remember it was a movie I was watching, and they was like, "Hey," he showed up, and they was like, "Hey, Chuck, we thought you were dead. Yeah, we heard you got bit by a snake." He was like, "Yeah, I did get bit by a snake." And after 3 agonizing days, the snake finally died.
They died.
And it's so stupid. I thought it was funny as shit.
That's the thing. They're stupid, but they're great.
Yes, exactly.
Superman wears Chuck Norris underwear.
Exactly. You know? And my kids just look at me like, "You dumbass." You know what I mean?
Well, now, of course, they'll look at you and go, "Chuck Norris? Who's that?"
Yeah, who the hell is Chuck Norris? No, you know what? I'm a good dad, so my kids know who Chuck Norris is.
That's good. I was going to say, type that shit in YouTube, kids. Sit back and watch the flood. Yeah.
Exactly. What kind of parent am I?
Exactly.
My kids don't know who Chuck Norris is.
My kid of a classic American hero doing
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They can't tell you who invented the telephone, but God damn it, they know who Walker Texas.
They know who the hell Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee
are. Yeah. Goddamn American treasure. Shit.
That's right. So listen, man, I'm going to ask you a couple questions here. First off, how long have you been doing comedy, my friend?
Oh, man. I want to say
I've been doing it since before I got here.
Yeah, well, I want to say maybe, and time goes by fast, you know, and Corona kind of fucked time up, you know what I mean? So, I'd like to say it's been about 5 years.
Okay.
5 or 6 years.
Great. Well, you're doing pretty good for 5 years, I'll tell you.
Thank you. And I want to say maybe I've been doing it kind of semi-seriously, probably about right before Corona, I started trying to pick it up before COVID.
Yeah. And if you started before COVID, the whole COVID thing really put everybody backtrack. You almost had to start over sometimes.
Yeah, you did. And especially a lot of connections, a lot of places.
Yeah.
Yep. And even in Topeka, a lot of places we would go to do comedy, especially where Top City, where they would have comedy at, those places went out of business. So like you said, everyone had to start over, you know, so but even then it's been fun. I took that time to, you know what I mean, sit down, write a bunch of stuff, tweak some of the stuff that I already had, you know what I mean? So it's been real fun, this whole journey. I don't have any like hoop dreams on it. At this point, I'm just like, whatever happens with it, happens with it. I just love getting on stage, making people laugh. And if I can get a couple of dollars for it, then, you know what I mean? Hell yeah.
Bonus, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's the whole thing, is if you go on stage and you're getting people to laugh and you're having fun seeing people laugh, to me, that's really the reason to do it.
It is.
Don't get me wrong. You want to make a few bucks. You don't want to go broke. But if you're in it just to make money, just to become famous, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Yeah, you're doing it, and yeah, like you said, everybody wants to make money and be rich. You know what I mean? But I see that happening too in the big mainstream. You know what I mean? At a certain point, it does become a business, and it's not about the laughs,
right?
And it doesn't even become about the audience anymore. You know,
right?
And so that's something I never want to get to in the point of my comedy.
Yeah.
I always want it to be about the jokes and making people laugh.
Yeah.
The art of coming up with jokes. I love sitting down writing. I love having conversations with people and meeting new people. Help give the idea.
You do something similar to what I do is when you're in front of a crowd, if you have a chance to interact with somebody, you got to take it. To me,
you got to take it.
Not only involves them, but it involves you, and it's a lot of fun. And then it involves everybody. They're like, oh, okay, let's see, this is funny. And he could be talking to me next, who knows? You know, and suddenly everybody's in it. And it's a lot of fun that way, I think. I mean, if you go in there with a script, some folks are very comfortable doing that. And that's fine. I mean, I always go in with a kind of a planned set, but I think you got to be ready, and you do it really well. You got to be ready to tap dance a little bit to the reaction and to somebody in the crowd. If they give you an opportunity.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Yeah. But it's like, just going back a little bit, like you said, meeting people. First of all, meeting people helps out a lot, because you never know who's going to give you that money.
That's true. You don't know who's in that audience, and it could be 10 or 15 people, but it only takes one person to go.
It only takes one person.
That guy.
Yep, exactly. That guy right there. I don't remember if you remember or not, but there was a kid we saw. He looked like someone famous, and then I think we all were just sitting there, just getting jokes, just dogging him. He couldn't hear us or nothing. We were being terrible human beings and talking shit on him behind his back. But but we all came up with stuff, and so that's the beauty of it, when you can just get with people and come up with material. That's
and he
awesome.
didn't take it bad. That's the key, and that's when you know.
No, he didn't.
Did it for the right reason.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like you said, being able to get off script, that's the biggest thing. I tell people all the time, when everyone's like, well, what do? I want to get in comedy. I tell people, first of all, write. Get something that you can get up there and start off with. So just a base, you know what I mean? And once you get up there and you establish that foundation, and you develop a nice relationship with the crowd, the ad-lib stuff will definitely
it almost takes care of itself.
Exactly.
If you can do that. Now, some people aren't very good at that, but some people are. You are. I was talking to Jawan the other day, and put out similar.
Oh man, big
He's the man right there. And we've said the same thing. Him and I said the same thing you and I just said, was that if you can make somebody in the crowd laugh, then you've done what you've done, even if it's only one or two people. You know what?
Even if, exactly.
I helped them smile and laugh a little bit.
Exactly.
That makes it worthwhile for me.
Exactly. And you know what? And if you don't laugh at my jokes, I just figure something's fucking wrong with you, not me. You know what I mean?
you ain't getting it. Now don't get me wrong. Sometimes you go off and go, boy, maybe I didn't make it clear enough for them. But other than that,
yeah, exactly. Maybe I didn't get it. Yeah, maybe they're stupid. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna discriminate against the stupid.
No. That's true. Hey, everybody's got a right to be a dumbass.
Yeah, everyone's got the right. Yeah, you know what I mean? Who am I? Who am I?
I think it's even in the Constitution.
Yeah, exactly.
It's there in the U.S. Constitution. We the people, blah 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 blah, and one inalienable right is to be a dumbass.
Exactly, it is in your right. It is in your right. Who are you to tell me I can't be? You know what? When we're done with this, I swear I'm exactly gonna tell my wife. Thank you. See, just doing this with you, I've learned something new. Now I can go tell my wife, babe, it's my right to be a dumbass.
It's my right to be a dumbass. You
gotta stop being mad at me.
Looked it up. It's in the Constitution.
It's in the Constitution.
It's an amendment.
And when you make me feel bad for being a dumbass, babe, you're infringing on my rights.
You're infringing on my. That's right.
Yeah, it's my right to be a dumbass. She's probably just gonna call me a dumbass again right after. She's just
gonna call you a dumbass. You dumbass.
Oh yeah.
So when you call me a dumbass, it's a trigger.
Well, I think being a dumbass is a trigger for her.
No, I think that's a trigger, really. Yeah.
I kind of get that a lot. I get that a lot.
Everything will be a trigger if you're a dumbass. Yeah.
I get that a lot. You know what? I honestly think wives a lot of times look at their husband and be like, damn, you wasn't a dumbass like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we fake as hell. We fake as hell. We'll tell a woman we read and shit like that. No damn well we don't know how to read.
Oh, yeah. Put a book in front of us when we're dating and we're trying to. I'll be like, oh, shit. I flip the page every few seconds. And she finds out later, you can't even read a grocery or a to-do list.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you can read. How do you know I can read? You read when we were dating. Oh no, that was just to impress you, baby.
Yeah, that was just to impress you. Yeah, that was that article I told you about. That was an article in Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Back in them days, that's about all the reading I was doing, and we do stupid shit, you know what I mean?
Men, we do some dumbass shit.
Watch documentaries and stuff just to make sure that just to make it that we're smart. And
but we have enough intelligence that we can carry a conversation.
Exactly. That's it.
Do you know the mating habits of a cricket? It's like, what?
Which is way more complex than the mating habit of a human male. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it is. It is actually. I do know the mating habits of it ain't pretty.
Yeah, no, exactly. It ain't pretty and it's complex, and evolution has done them well. You know what evolution has given me? My greatest skill after 20 years, the great butt rub, I call it. You know what I mean? Like you get in bed, and then now that I'm older, I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck did I think that was gonna get me laid? Just rubbing the ass, you know, like fucking stupid. I know she could
Back to
probably
the
hear me, so that's
dumbass.
why I'm
See, you
talking
had the
loudly.
right. You had the right. So
I had the right. Some women are, and I was like, oh my God, no, that's not turning me on.
that's
You
not
mean
doing it.
me?
I can't
You
do
mean
that.
me tickling the crevices of your butt with my fingers isn't turning you on? What?
Yeah, what?
That
Huh?
doesn't make
What?
sense.
It's like it was in a movie, but you go get Cosmo and read it just so you know what women want.
Exactly. Right. We're in the bed. I'd be like, hold on, just turn around
Hold
and
on,
then
wait
I
a
read
minute.
real quick.
Page 37
All
of
right.
Cosmo or whatever. They know you've been reading Cosmo to fake them out, though, if you start giving them the quiz.
Yeah, exactly. Open it up.
Open it up, and here's the quiz, and they go, oh, wait a minute. I read this issue the other day. I know what you're doing here. Is it working, baby? That's all. That's right. Is it working? I'm
Is
just
it working? No.
It's all about you, babe.
Yeah, you know I spoil you. I do whatever I can.
I do whatever I can for two reasons. One, we know the one reason, and two, I don't want you mad at me.
Oh no, you know.
I don't need Harmony getting all screwed up.
You know, I'm a little past that though. The whole like being afraid to be mad at, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I think my wife is past that too, which I don't think she was ever afraid of me being mad at her.
How long you
know?
been married, man?
Oh man, we've been married. This February would be 17 years for us.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been together 20 years.
Congratulations, man. That's
Thank
awesome.
you, thank you, thank you. We got 4 kids. One kid already out the house. You know what I mean? So
Perfect, right?
3 more to go. And
She
oh
going,
yeah, oh yeah. Three more to go. And you know what I mean?
look at the next one and go, it's coming.
Yeah, no. To be honest with you, I might just send the last one out the house with with her brother. Like, you know what? Just go ahead and go. You're just fine.
Got to go.
It's just fine. But man, we had 4 kids, man. I say this a lot in my comedy, man, but it's for real, man. We had 4 kids. We were both 24 years old by the time we had our 4th kid. I was 24 with 4 kids. You know what I mean? Out here in the world trying to make it. Oh yeah. You know what I mean?
Woo.
Oh yeah, we was having them like they was making it illegal. You know what I mean? Like shit. We was like, let's hurry up and have these kids. You know what I mean? Next year they gonna say
before they shut us down. We don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. I like shit.
You're gonna put an amendment in the Constitution say you could still be a dumbass, but you can't do this.
You can't do this. Yeah, exactly. I was like, let's hurry up and have these kids before they say dumbasses can't have any.
Yeah,
so, you know,
dumbasses can't have kids. Man, we better get going quick, baby.
Yeah, we better get going. So my
Congress comes in and votes on that shit. We're we're done.
Oh yeah, it's over. It's over. Because and I told her, I was like, my dumb man, I kept her pregnant, damn near 5 years straight. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how babies was made, John. I had to Google that shit, man.
And then you realize, I gotta stop this shit.
Yeah, I gotta stop this.
I gotta do something here. I gotta make a change. I'm only 24.
Yeah, exactly.
What's happening? I could be up to like 12 kids. I got to slow my shit.
I got to stop. Yeah, I got to figure out how this is happening. Am I taking too much aspirin?
Right.
What's happening? Yeah.
But I'd have known that.
God damn, yeah. As soon as I found out,
shit
damn, for real? Damn, this whole time I've been doing that. This was been getting her pregnant. No, man. But I talk a lot of shit, man. But I love my babies. I love being a father. Yeah. Being a father is probably the most rewarding thing anyone can do. Being a parent, and it's probably the most rewarding thing. I feel like that's what we're here to do is to pass on our blood, our soul, our body onto the next generation and keep going.
Awesome.
But yeah, but I love them to death. I love them to death. Especially now that they're older, getting out of my
house. I want to be safe, but they can go.
But yeah, I want you to be safe, but you can go. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna raise you, learn how to protect yourself. Watch Chuck Norris videos so you get that shit down.
That's all they needed to know. You know what I mean?
And then you can go. I love you.
They're good. I didn't even need to teach them fight. Here, sit down, watch this Walker Texas Rangers show. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need to know about life. You know what I mean?
See, the good thing about Walker Texas Rangers, he gets to use his shit and can shoot.
Hey, you know what? Did he ever fire a gun?
I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't watch it
religiously,
but I think we gotta look
that up.
I think he carried one, but I don't know if he ever did. I think it was always
We
his
gotta look
partners
that
that
up.
did the shooting. If they,
I do know he did a lot of like the Vietnam Soldier of
yeah,
Fortune
he
type
did
of
do some of
movies.
those,
You know
right?
what I mean?
Carrying a
So
machine gun and
he
stuff
was
like that.
shooting up in there. You know what I mean? But Chuck
Yeah,
Norris don't need shit but these two
he don't
things
need
right
that
here.
stuff, man.
Look, here we go again about Chuck
Here we go
Norris.
on
You know
Chuck
what I mean?
Norris.
That's hey, to Chuck Norris, if
There it
he's
is. To
watching,
Chuck.
to
To
Chuck,
Chuck.
to Chuck.
Hey, I know we've gotten off track because we're having fun and stuff, but let me ask you actually a couple questions because we got to talk about the show coming up too, which is going to be a blast.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. I cannot
Oh
wait.
yeah. Hey, do you remember your first gig?
Oh,
First
my
time you
first
actually
paid
did
gig,
comedy?
or my first time just getting on
Maybe
stage.
first time you ever got on stage.
Uh, I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I got to give a couple people some shout outs again before I go.
Do it, man.
So at my job, I was working with a local comedian here in Topeka, Kansas. You know him, Ed Davis.
Oh yeah, Ed's great.
Ed is great.
Absolutely great.
One of the funniest guys I ever know. Him and
Yeah.
I worked together. And I found out he was a comedian, and we would
Yeah.
always talk and make each other laugh. And I would throw jokes by him, and I'm
Right.
like, hey, when
What do you
next
think
time you
it
go
is?
on stage, you should say this. And he told me, he said, man, you should just get on stage. Why don't you just fucking do it?
Yeah.
And so
Right.
that's when he introduced me to Top City Comedy.
Okay.
And again, shout out to both of them.
Yeah. Dan
Top
and Vicky,
City.
they're great.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And there was when I first started too, I think there was more members.
Yeah, there
Uh,
were. I think they told me. But they've actually kind of branched out into other things that are still.
yeah, they've all kind of branched out. But
Yeah.
but that's what Top City Comedy does for
Yep.
comedians. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I'm gonna get to that in there.
Yeah.
But I got started in there, so I started to do an open mic there.
Okay.
And then again, thanks to Top City because they were pretty much the only place in Topeka that was providing a venue or a spot where a comedian could go hone their craft, display their craft.
They
And
still
so
are, I think, aren't they?
they still are. They still are. There's some other places around, but they're just not as big. They're not as known.
Right. Right. I mean, I've
And
been
there's
to
not as
places down my way, but Top City's the one that really in the
they're
air.
they're the one. And the other ones. I don't want to say anything negative about them.
Right.
They're relatively new. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Yep.
they'll have their day. But Top City Comedy, they've been the consistent ones here in Topeka.
Yep.
They've been the ones doing it.
Yeah.
And so anyway, they started doing open mics and shows. So that's how I got started. And meeting other comedians and people seeing me, and people just started paying me for shows.
That's perfect. That's the way it needs to be. That's the way it needs to be. What was the best night you think you ever had? Performing, I should say. I don't mean
The best
I
night
don't
I
mean
ever
the
had
other nights
performing.
because I don't want the details because I'll feel all inadequate. I don't want
I
that.
was about to say, hey, babe, I got a question for you. What was my
Yeah,
best night
there was
performing?
this night, man. If they'd have had a camera on me, you'd have seen me
Yeah,
Cinemax shit.
she'll probably describe a time I wasn't even there. I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit, that wasn't me.
I was like, yeah,
I
shit, that
thought it
wasn't
was
me.
you, but you know what it was? It was before could
I was
afford it.
thinking
I was
about
looking at
you,
you
babe.
sideways through
It wasn't you, but you were in my heart and my thoughts while it was
I
happening.
thought it was you. In my mind, man, it was
like
all
you,
somebody I knew. It was you, man. So
but
what's the
no, but
best
yeah,
night in
that's how.
comedy you think you had?
I'm sorry.
What's the best night in comedy you think you've ever had?
So yeah, about that. The best night in comedy, I would probably say, man, that's a good question. I would probably say it's kind of tied actually.
Okay,
I would say
give them
when
both to
I
me.
won the first Top City comedy contest,
Okay,
my first one winning, that was a great night.
yeah,
I felt like I was firing on all cylinders. And then my first time putting on my own show,
oh yeah,
that was a great feeling because I started something and finished it,
yep.
and then I also performed, and there was there was nothing but knee slapping going on.
That's
So I would say
great.
my best moment in comedy is tied with two things, and those are it.
Perfect. That's awesome, man. Yeah, putting on your own show. I did it quite a bit back east. Putting on your own show is a lot of work,
It
but
is.
when it goes right, it's such a rewarding feeling.
Oh, it is.
When that
It
crowd
is.
loves your show and loves every comic you've put on, that's great. And if you're in it too, that's even. I hosted one night. It was great. Every comic hit on every note. I hosted and I had a good night. The audience was absolutely great. So yeah, that's a rewarding night. That's a
Yeah,
rewarding.
it makes yeah, oh yeah, it makes you feel good, especially when you put in hard work and then you see and the results come out even better than you expected. It
Yeah, it
just
pays off, and you're like,
yeah,
oh man,
that
man, am I
that
so
was a
glad I
great
did
great
this?
feeling.
And you're
Mm-hmm.
having feelings up to yourself up to the last minute until the show starts. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
got everything done, but man, I hope this goes well.
Yeah, I hope it
It
goes
goes
well.
well.
You
You're
know, and even
nervous as
during the
hell.
show, even during the show, you're still not
Yeah,
like you're not satisfied. It's not until it's done,
it's done and it's over. You sit
and
back
it's over.
and
Mm-hmm.
everybody's kind of still laughing when it's over, and they're coming
Exactly.
out seeing you on the way by, and man, that was great, and you were great, and this one was great. Everybody was funny. That's when you're going, man, that's great. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then the venue gets back to you later and says, hey, we're getting nothing but compliments about the show, man. Nice job. And you're like, okay, man, it was worth it. It
It
really.
was worth it, and then let's do it again. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what you do. Yeah. So, what's the worst night you ever had?
Oh, the worst night was
See,
the
that's the
worst.
good thing about comedy. Even the worst night, after
The
it's been
worst
over
nights.
for a while, you sit back and you
I
go,
love bad nights. I
you just
love
shake
bad
your head
nights.
and
To
go,
be, yeah, I
it's
love
funny
bad
now.
nights. I
Yeah,
love
it's
bad
funny now.
nights. Not to toot my own horn, but when I get on stage, you know what I mean. I step into a whole different element.
Mhm.
I become almost an entirely different person. I'm always silly. I'm sorry.
You zone in just on fun.
Yeah, zone in.
I'm in
Sorry,
a
yeah, broke
zone.
up a little
Yep.
bit. I didn't hear you. Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're
yeah,
right.
I zone in. So some people are actually surprised to when they see my comedy.
Okay.
You know, but it's always good for my. That's why on my worst moments, that's
Right.
why I'm saying I don't want to toot my own horn.
No,
Um,
do it. This
and
is what this is for, man. Toot away, baby.
yeah, exactly. Sorry, I don't want
Oh,
to toot
you're
my
all
own
right.
horn, but I've never really had a bad performance.
That's
And I
cool.
said all that stuff that I said before because I don't know if people can tell that I'm talking right now or if people see, but I consider myself pretty funny. You know what I mean? The jokes that I write when I get on stage
Yep.
it is sometimes totally what you different see here. So getting back to the point, sorry,
No, you're okay.
got off a little bit. I had to say all that was that my worst moment wasn't because I performed bad.
That's important to know. And that
Exactly.
does
Yeah,
happen.
that's why I was saying all the other stuff.
You
I don't
can
want people to
perform
think,
great.
yeah, I
Sometimes
don't want
just
people,
something
yeah,
happens.
exactly. It just has a bad night. And I
Yep.
don't want people to be watching this and be like, oh shit, he ain't said shit funny. He ain't too funny to me.
Yeah.
Shit, Harold, what you think about this motherfucker? I'm
Yeah.
sure there's people watching, but I'm saying, I promise you, come see
This
me on
guy ain't
stage.
funny. I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm fucking hilarious when you see me on stage. But the worst night was I go to a place in Junction City that only had like 8 people in the audience.
That's where Malik and
And
I went. It was small, small crowd, small audience, and that can affect your energy level. Let's face it.
no, yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
it can. It can. And I will say this, it was 8 of my people.
Okay.
It was 8 beautiful melanated people like myself.
Yeah.
And what I love about performing in front of African Americans is that we're not just going to give you a laugh.
Right.
We're not just going to laugh just
I
because you
read a
wanted
quick
our
hitter, quick joke, and I'm out. Yeah.
yeah, or to make it. You have to earn it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so
Mm-hmm.
we're actually showing up to a show like, hey, motherfucker, make me laugh. I
Yes.
paid my money. You're on. You know what I mean? And
You gotta do some work now. Come on.
yeah, exactly. So when you got 8 of them, it's easy for 8 people to sit there and be like,
That's
"You
it.
ain't fun."
That's all you got, man. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta
So
give
there's
me
only
something
8
else.
of us here. I did
Anybody
make
could
one
say
guy
that. I've
chuckle.
said that at work. You got to give me something else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't do that. You're going to I'm either have to go home or you're going to have to give me something else. Fuck all
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
But that was probably the worst night. Probably, again, forgive me for going down the rabbit hole.
No, you're
I
okay.
just didn't want anybody looking at this and be like, he's got a big head. You know what I mean? But
You know what?
I do.
If you don't have some kind of an ego, you're not going to be very successful. You got to have some confidence in yourself. You really do.
A little bit, yeah,
Yeah, you
some
got to.
confidence.
If you go up
Exactly.
there with an attitude like, "Oh man, I'm not really that funny," or "You're way too laid back," because it doesn't exude confidence to people. It's like you got to go on stage, grab that microphone, and you're taking charge. You're taking command because you know you're funny,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to let you know why I'm funny.
And you know what? And just because one thing you said you didn't get all the laughs doesn't mean you're having a bad set either.
No, no.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what some people have to realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you're
Got to
having a
go
bad
through
set
it. Yep.
doesn't mean you're having a bad one. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. You got to work through your stuff. And a lot of times, especially, from doing open mics, if you're there to work on your stuff, it's nice if you get a good crowd reaction because that helps is that joke
mm-hmm.
work. But if you don't, worst thing is it lets you know if you've done it 2-3 times, it doesn't work. Okay, that's out. So you got to go into it with an attitude of I'm going to do everything I can to be funny, try this new stuff, and see what happens. But don't take it personal. Don't take it that you didn't do your job. It just might be something that doesn't hit.
Yeah. And people get rattled. That's why I tell people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if you have a joke, again, you have a joke that doesn't hit, keep it going. It's just that one joke. Keep it going. A lot of times
you've seen it at open mic. I've done it a couple times. Dan did it one time. After I've done it, he's done it. He goes, "I like that. I never thought of it." I was on stage and I was telling some joke or something, and I think I stepped on it. You know how sometimes you can mess up your setup.
Mm-hmm.
I think I stepped on it, so I didn't get many laughs. And it was just Happy Bassett. It was an open mic. I turned to Dan and I just went, "Hey, Dan, do me a favor. Yeah, cross that one off that list I gave you. That shit don't work." And
yeah, don't work.
Laughing.
Yeah, start laughing.
Then later on, I only got a couple to cross that one off too, Dan. That ain't shit.
And you know why it was funny? Because honesty is hilarious.
Oh yeah, you got to be ready to make fun of yourself as well as others. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's why a lot of things are funny, especially fucked up things.
Yeah,
a lot of times fucked up things are funny because sometimes the fucked up things is reality.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
It's all reality. My shit's all. There's something usually in mind that I've either observed that I think is stupid, or I've done that was stupid, or one that was funny that I was involved in. So I mean, but and I admit, I say I'm a narcissist. I don't give a shit. It's something that I know about personally, and I think that makes your presentation funny a lot of times. I mean, when you talk about your kids and you talk about your family, it's you relate to it, and then a lot of times people relate to exactly what you're saying. And
exactly.
Yeah, that's the key. Somebody with a family and kids is going to be like, "Oh yeah, I see that. I could tell that." And they laugh because it happens to me all the time too. So.
And that's why like sometimes too, I try to make my comedy too where I talk about my family, I throw them in there.
Yeah.
But I also, I talk about myself a lot, far as my looks, how I look. And not everyone looks at me, but everyone can relate. Most people can relate because most people really aren't happy with the way they look.
Most people, when they look in the mirror, they see something that bothers them.
That bothers them, exactly. Right. And so
when you make fun of what you have, they're like, "Well, I feel the same way about my nose.
I feel the same way about
yeah, exactly. My ear, my hair, whatever. So everybody can relate that we're not all perfect.
Exactly.
And, you letting them know, I know I'm not perfect. Of course, you can always follow it up. I'm as close as you can get.
I'm as close as you can get, and I embrace everything about myself. I embrace not being perfect. You know what I mean? That's just like we were talking before. I embrace my man tits.
That's
you know what I mean?
They are what they are.
Embrace it.
That's right.
I embrace it. That's why sometimes I joke about it. You know what I mean? But sometimes again, the jokes are serious. Like when I say, what's work? So I work in a warehouse. Nothing's worse than being on a forklift, John, driving, being a man, and your titties are jiggling.
Yeah.
Do you know how that gets to the soul, John?
You start
Do you know
taking
how
a
that
walk
fucks you
around
up
and
as
shit's
a man?
bouncing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Just bouncing away. I'm like, oh my God, I need a bra when I come to work now.
yeah. If you go by a New York construction site and they start whistling at your tits,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
baby,
Yeah, it's over then.
chances are these are
Yeah.
bigger than they should be.
Jenny Craig, here I come.
That's it, baby. I ain't going near no construction sites. I don't want you bastards.
Yeah, exactly. At least not with like a wife beater on or anything like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. You
You
don't
know what I
need
mean?
that.
So the thing, all I can do is embrace them. It keeps me from crying, you know what I mean? To laugh
That's
about
it. You know what? That's part of what it is you got to be ready to laugh at yourself, because if you don't, you're going to go down a depression rabbit hole.
it.
All
I
you're
always
going to
say,
do is stress on everything that's wrong.
yep, yep.
Why do that? Have some fun with it.
Mm-hmm. I always say you got to laugh at yourself because everyone else already is.
They're
So,
already chuckling. They just ain't saying it out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you
You don't
say
want to
it
feel
now,
left
they can
out.
say it out loud. We're all having a good time. That's it.
Don't feel left out at all. I think that's why I started, me making people laugh. Like, hey, you guys are already making fun of me. Excuse me.
You're
I might as well
looking
join in.
at your partner over here going, look at this fat fuck. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Look, you fat bastard. I know.
Mine. Look at that old fat bastard. He can't even get up on the goddamn stage.
Yeah, hey, what's up with that ladder? We got to talk to them.
What
We
is
got to
that?
figure
And
out
I've
something
talked to
different
him.
with that ladder.
One week they had steps that did half of it, and I'm like, we're still about 3 feet short. We gotta
Jump
go up the steps, and then still had to
Jump,
go
you
on the
fat
ladder to
fuck. That's
finish.
what they said. Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're trying to talk to him about getting steps. Well, tell them some smart ass is going to sue him one of these days.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack. I go up them motherfucking stairs, my diabetes get to acting up.
I know. My diabetes gets acting up. I just had a pacemaker put in a couple weeks ago that was kind of a quick thing. So they put a pacemaker in. I'm like, great, I got to climb this freaking ladder and my thing's
Oh
going
my God.
out. Yeah, what the shit?
Hey, so people that are listening and watching this, they should know we do open mic.
Yep.
We got to explain to them. We do open mic. Happy Bassett, second and last Wednesday of every month.
There's one tomorrow night.
One tomorrow night. And to get on stage, we have to climb a ladder. And all the comedians bitch about it, but especially the fat and old comedians.
Us old guys. Well, you're not an old guy, but
we definitely
both eaten a couple extra steaks in our time.
Hey, we did say I ain't no condition to be fucking climbing no ladders neither.
Oh no, I let everybody know. They say, "What's the way to best way to get on stage?" Chopper, drop.
Yeah, exactly. Rope down. Get a chopper, rope down.
Get a winch. Crank me up. Like one of
put an elevator on that amusement
park. You got the grabber thing, and you're trying to win.
Oh, the swing.
I'm the prize. Drop my.
What's the best way to get on there? A fulcrum.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're watching, so we can.
Yeah, so
we can address that.
I think that's the venue. They got to get something eventually.
Yeah, it's the venue. It has nothing to do with Top City. It's the venue.
Yeah, no, but I mean, but it is fun. But it's also something you can talk about too. Go on stage and go, here we go. We got this.
It's always something. It's always
that's a pretty high stage
about.
Too. That's like a probably a 4-foot stage maybe above the floor.
You mean 4 foot above the floor?
Probably about 4 foot above.
Yeah, it's about 4 feet. Yeah, about 3 to 4 feet above the floor.
You step ladder to get up there. So yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So Malik here, my friends, is going to be with Jawan Wheat and our boy Ace, who goes by on Facebook, goes by Big Belly Does It Better. It's funny.
that sounds
that's
like
his
some
Facebook thing, man. Big Bellies do it.
That's
better.
Yeah, just
I mean,
Ace. That's my guy as well.
And he's a big old boy too. So
yep. Hey,
those
come
three
see us.
Very funny guys, including
come
Malik.
see us January 18th, 7:00, Foundry. You're gonna see I think we're starting a 3 Fat Black Club, 3 Fat Black Man Club. I promise you guys it was just a coincidence.
I don't know what order you're going to be in, but it should be, all three of you, like you said, all three have a little extra, but it should go by size. This one, then the next biggest one.
Then the next one, yeah, exactly.
You think I'm this? Wait till you see
Yeah,
the
I
next
miss.
guy.
Wait till you see the next guy, and then wait till you see the next guy.
Yeah, and if you base it off money, you just go, I got a few bucks, as you can tell, but the next guy's got more money than me because you'll be
Yeah,
able to.
exactly.
And then the
And
last
the
guy,
next guy
and
is
this
eating
guy is
good.
rich as shit. You'll know as soon as he comes
Exactly.
out, he must have some money to spend.
Exactly. He's got some bread. The next
He
guy
got
has
some
never
investment
saw a
going
food
on.
stamp a day in his life.
He ain't
He's
never
got
been
the
poor.
next guy eats nothing but steak for breakfast, lunch,
That's
and
it.
dinner.
He wake up, there's a filet mignon waiting. And it goes
Oh
from,
yeah, he probably gonna come on stage eating. Shit, I
yeah.
know if I could, I would. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, hey, look. And you know I done probably ate some chicken licking my fingers
I
like
was just
that.
gonna say,
You know
walk
what
up
I'm
there
saying?
with a little KFC or Popeyes going
The
up.
little KFC.
Mhm. Man, that extra crispy, it's good.
Hey, matter of fact, make sure you bring some chicken on the 18th. I better see some chicken from you.
Top City. Y'all better bring some chicken.
Yeah, I need that chicken.
Gotta bring some chicken, man. Top City Comedy, like Malik said, the January 18th show, Thursday. It's not this Thursday coming as we're filming.
It's the next Thursday. It's the next
Yep.
Thursday. Yep.
Next Thursday.
Yep.
Doors open at 7. Showtime is at 7:30. Three
Get on
really funny
TikTok. Catch me on TikTok. Malik,
Yep.
Malik Comedy on Facebook.
I was just gonna say, tell us again. I over talked you, man. Start it over. Tell everybody how to find you, man.
Oh no, you're fine, man. Too. It's like the audio, so sometimes it seems like you stop talking, so I keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, there's a little
you
bit of
know,
a
you guys can
hesitation.
find me on. You can find me on Facebook, Malik el-Amin Comedy. You'll see all of my stuff there. On all of this, on everything, you'll find me. On TikTok, if you're on there, you'll find Malik on the Streets. Look it up. Before I go to,
Malik on the street, baby. I'm not
yeah,
sure
and
that's
you know what?
legal, but that's all right.
Yeah, exactly. They about to come where Malik on the street. We know we on the streets.
Bravo,
Bringing all my
3.
friends in. We want to know about this Malik on the streets.
Oh, Bravo 3 from 11. Yeah, Malik's on the street again. We're responding.
We're down the street. We're responding. We just saw
Malik on the street. We're responding. Send back up right away, please. You need SWAT? Yeah, probably good to send them. Hut.
Yeah. Go ahead and send a squad. Go ahead and send everybody.
Send Malik's on the street again.
Oh my God, he's got a gun. He's got a gun. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, never mind. It was just a sandwich. It was just a sandwich.
No. Oh, sorry. It was just a drumstick.
Just a piece of fried chicken. It's fine.
Piece of chicken.
What did Dave Chappelle say? What was Dave Chappelle? Sprinkle a little crack on him and let's go. I love that stand-up, man. Because that's some real shit, bro. That's some real shit.
Yeah.
It's funny as hell. But yeah, Malik on the Streets, for people who don't know what that is, that's just something that I do. I got to give a shout out to my great dear buddy Tyler Strunk. He actually revived me. Sorry. I wasn't doing much, especially with the whole social media thing, and he really just took it upon himself and was like, "Hey, man, you got to get this up." So anything you see of me on social media is him. You know what I mean? He's the guy that records everything, does all the editing. So, and he's the one that's really, especially after COVID, really pushed me back into there. So we go around, we go to almost every event that we can in the greater Topeka, Kansas City, Lawrence area. And we have a good time doing it, you know? So maybe we'll do a Malik on the Street on the 18th at our next comedy event.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. All right. So for my friend here, Malik el-Amin, or Malik on the Street.
Malik on the Street.
Top City Comedy, January 18th, Thursday night, next Thursday. Doors open at 7 at the Foundry Events Center. Showtime is at 7:30. You can go on Top City Comedy for tickets. There's a link there for tickets. I think they even have pizza if you want to order a pizza ahead of time.
Yeah, pizza, drinks.
They have drinks on site. So
come on out. You know what I mean? Call your mama, call your sisters, your friend, whoever you need to do with the babysitter. Get rid of them motherfucking kids.
Your friends, relatives. What the hell do I
know? Yeah, whoever. Just leave them motherfuckers at home. Sprinkle some Cheerios across the floor and then fucking come on in. You know what I mean? They'll be all right. It's only going to be for a couple hours.
We
What's
got
the worst
friggin'
that can
Hansel and
happen?
Gretel coming in. They're following the
Yeah,
footsteps.
exactly.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, baby.
That was great.
Well, it's going to be a
I
fun
love
show,
it, John.
folks. You
It's
really,
gonna
you
be
got to
great.
go in, see these guys. It's a lot of fun. All top shitty. Whoa, Vicky gonna smack
Top
me.
shitty.
All top city shows are really great, and but this one's going to be really awesome. 3
It's gonna
weeks
be fun.
really of comedy contests run through Top City and other places too. These guys are all funny. Ace, Big Belly, my friend Jawan Weed, our good buddy there, and of course Malik here, folks. Malik on the street. Look for him
On the streets. I can't wait.
Street.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Can't wait to see you out there.
I'll be
I'm
there,
gonna
brother.
bring a little bit of new stuff out there too. I can't wait to show you, see what you think of it. So
Sounds good. I'm
yeah,
sure
it's gonna
it'll
be
great.
awesome. It's
I've
gonna
never
be
seen you
awesome.
not get a laugh, that's for sure. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Hey, it can happen. I'm waiting for it to happen. I want it to happen just to get the experience, but it's
Yeah.
been an awesome experience.
Don't be in that big a hurry. I've had it happen a couple times. Don't be in that big a hurry.
Yeah, you know what? Then it also helps me. You know, sometimes it's one of those things where everyone is always like, "Hey, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job." And
Yeah.
I would like it if someone was like, "Hey, you know what? Maybe you should work on this."
I get
You
that
get
from
what
a
I
couple
mean?
people I know once in a while, and
You know what I mean?
it's a little humbling. Sometimes it's okay to hear it and go, "Nah, I'm not sure I agree," but other times it is good to hear it and go, "Okay, I can see that," because it's somebody that
Mhm,
usually is an audience member. So that's
mhm.
good. They know, because that's who we're trying to entertain. So if
Yep,
they don't find
exactly,
it funny, then chances are it's not funny.
exactly.
So, all right, my friend, let's get out of here. Let you
Hey,
go
thank
on
you,
with your
John.
night. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you,
on the
thank
Public
you.
John podcast. Thanks to Dennis and Graldi of Vineland Realty Corporation, 634 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-690-9482. Thanks to Malik and the Top City Comedy. Remember, one more time, it's January 18th, Thursday night. Doors open at 7, showtime at 7:30 at the Foundry Events Center in Topeka, Kansas. Malik, we will see you soon, my friend. Have a great night, and we'll talk to everybody out there soon. This is the Public John podcast
Thanks,
on
John.
Public John Media Network.
Thank you.